Make FFP proud.
Ay, ibang klase.
Okay, who's the presenter?
Alam, malabo yung mata.
Independiente. So, Independiente will have 1 minute to introduce yourself. After that, Kalayaan. And then, I'll ask the question. Okay, timer. Just ring the bell. Okay? Time starts now.
Hannah, Foreign Service. I am Hannah, but not me. I am your voice in the council. I am Hannah Grace Ella Ferreras, your vying for the position of Public Relations Officer under the best banner there is, Partido Independiente.
Is that it for the introduction? Okay?
So, good morning, my fellow CIR students, my fellow LYCESGO. Ang boses ko ay boses nyo at ang boses ng CIR, buong CIR community. I will sing your thoughts. I will speak out your issues and concerns. Worry no more, because if you need a tinig na naririnig, tingang nakikinig at sa inyo kumakapit, I am Chelsea Bless Pinabing, your malambing na Public Relations Officer under CIR Kalayaan.
Okay, thank you. So, the question is for CIR Independiente, since you're the presenter, and the question is coming from a student from the Council of Presidents, submitted online. The question is, how can you continue the One United CIR motto? Again, how can you continue the One United CIR motto? Time starts now.
I can continue the motto of One CIR by whatever the result after this debate or this election, it is not about the colors of you from. It is not about the color where you came from. It's about how you will serve the council, and if you have the same, if we all have the same goal about for the betterment of our college, I believe that this will be the I can continue the motto of One United CIR by cooperating with the other party, even it is not a straight vote, and I'll do everything for the betterment of our college.
So you have 90 seconds to rebut. Time starts now.
In order to continue the One United CIR, first is we have to hear the voice of the different students. Because through this, we can continue One United CIR. We should always remember that we should rather help each other instead of pulling each other down. So through One United CIR, I believe that the CIR community will rise up, and we have, through the help of my co-line, One United CIR can, through the help of every CIR students, one united CIR can continue. And if we gather and will unite, voice out our opinions, and make plans, make immediate actions or plans, or we should have our platforms to be discussed, because our platforms is for students.
Okay, time's up. You have 60 seconds to wrap up and close your statement.
One united CR is not impossible if we have the same goal for the betterment of our college. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's the end of round 1. Now for round 2, the presenter now will be coming, the candidate from Kalayaan. And the question coming from COP officer. Take note, questions were sent anonymously via link. The question, PRO, question, why did you choose to pursue election instead of continuing your officership in the Foreign Service Club and the Diplomatic League? Are you encouraged by political ambition? Why did you choose to pursue election instead of continuing your officership in the Foreign Service Club and the Diplomatic League? Are you encouraged by political ambition? Time starts now.
Me running for or vying for a position in the student government means that I want to serve my fellow CIR students, because I believe that through these trainings, through the help of my organizations, they molded me into becoming a better student leader. And I do believe that when I become a better student leader, I should also serve my fellow CIR students. And doesn't mean that I have any more higher ambition for a position. Me running for a position right now in the student government means that I am willing to serve my fellow CIR students, and the party also believes in my capabilities as a public relations officer if elected. That is all. I run for this election because I know that I am competent enough for being a PRO, because I know that my experience as officer of different colleges or different organizations shaped me to become a better leader, and I am confident enough that my personality fits this position. Public relations officer necessitates so much time and effort, and I am willing to give all everything that I can give for the betterment of our college team.
60 seconds to wrap up.
Since I was a young girl, I've always dreamed of talking in front of the public, which is why I do believe that my trainings and my organization molded me into becoming a better student leader, into becoming a better public relations officer. Because through these trainings, I've stepped up. I've gained more knowledge. I've more. I've also worked hand in hand with my fellow senior officers who taught me how to do things properly. So that is all.
Thank you very much. Again, ladies and gentlemen, from Partido Independiente of College International Relations, we have Hannah Grace Ella C. Ferreras. And from College International Relations, Partido Kalayaan, Chelsea Bisbee request the candidates for business manager. And the question will come from the editor-in-chief of Sentinel. But before that, of course, you have 1 minute to introduce yourself. Let's find out who will be the presenter this time. Reactor. So presenter once again is coming from Independiente. Okay. Let's wait for the timer. Okay, ready? Time starts now.
Hello? Hola. Hola? Your friend from Mexico is here today. Your friend will serve you and your friend that will give you the best quality service. Once again, my name is Alexander C. Borja Jr., your outgoing amigo in the college, running as business manager under the best banner there is, Partido Independiente.
For short, though my service will never be short, and I am the last woman standing. This is the time to tell you na, kung kaya ni Mister, syempre, kaya ni Igay. I will be your business manager who will ensure for beauty to assure our student government is sustainable and successful. Dahil kay Igay, hindi ka magsisisi.
Ngayon lang din yung president
Again,
ng
I am Rica Pamilya, your business manager under Kalayaan.
And now let's hear the question from the editor-in-chief of the LPU Independiente, Ms. Genesee, and the presenter will be coming from Independiente.
Good morning. I have found that you and Pambilya are best friends. In your opinion, what do you think is Pambilya's weakness? Maybe you are fit for the position instead of her.
Before I answer this, I want you to know that it's really... To be honest, I know my counterpart, my best friend since day one here in ICU, and I've noticed how active she is, how good a student she is. Actually, she's one of my idol in the classroom. But one thing I've noticed about her is that, don't get mad at me, she lacks competitiveness sometimes, and I think that's my edge. And I also think that my dedication and will on serving this college will be my key on winning if I ever get elected. Thank you.
Thank you for the compliment.
Thank you for you.
My edge to you is my experience in different organizations, university-wide and college-based. Because this organization teach me how to balance my time efficiently and effectively and be competitive to some other things that I'm going to work in. Thank you.
Her statement was fine because it's true. I only have one org, she got a lot of organizations. But one thing I can say is this is not about our credentials or what we did in the past. That's over. This is about what we will do in the future and what we will contribute for the future. What we will contribute in the future. That's it.
This time, the next round for the business manager Again, the question will come from our editor-in-chief, and the presenter now will be coming, the candidate from Kalayaan.
Good morning. How would you ensure the cost efficiency of your programs? So my question is, how would you ensure the cost efficiency of your program?
Through my treasurer, tutulungan niya akong mag-handle ng budget dahil kasi unity kami dito. So, hindi kami pwedeng maghilaan pababa. So, through this, my lineup, they can help me to know the cost efficiency, and I will go to some store that, example, Victoria, na makaka-lesson ako ng gastusin kasi nga, being a business manager, I will know the logistics and how to budget my money and how to compromise it.
So one thing that's different in our platforms is that we really took our time to manage and to know that every platform will initiate, innovate, and integrate is feasible and workable. We give enough time to discuss it. That's why we think that these platforms are quite different from the other platforms before, because this time we will make sure that every platform we present to you will be there next school year. Thank you.
Pares lang ng platforms kasi isa lang naman ang goal natin. So, lahat ng projects natin, check and balance lagi, titignan kung ano ba yung pwedeng alternative things na pwedeng gamitin para ma-lessen tayo ng gastos. And I think it's better to know the price, all the prices to be taxed and how to budget it. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our candidates for Business Manager from the College of International Relations. From Partido Independiente, we have Alexander C. Borja Jr. and from Partido Kalayaan, Rica A. Bambilia. Now we move on to the candidates for Auditor. And the question will now come from the Grand Chancellor of the LPU Debate Society. Presenter, once again, is coming from Partido Independiente and the reactor from Partido Kalayaan. You have 1 minute to introduce yourself. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am the kind of person who got the love for true public service. GATDULA. I am Nadine, Antoinette, Paula, GATDULA, vying for the position of Auditor under the best banner there is,
Partido Independiente! Times two.
Great day, Lyceans. I am Stephen Andre Castro, your auditor under CIR Kalayaan. I'm an active officer of the LPU Environmental Society and LPU UNESCO. Just like that, listening, presence, and honesty. These are the exact qualities I will bring to the table as your next CIR auditor. I will listen to the voice of the studentry and make sure that my presence will be felt. Again, I am Stephen Andre Castro, your undeniable auditor under CIR Kalayaan.
Ami Austria.
Okay, good morning to both of you. My first question would be, how would you delineate your role from your treasurer? Again, how would you delineate your role from your treasurer?
As an auditor, my duty involves practicing transparency and efficiency with the help of the treasurer and the rest of the council. I should be complimented the treasurer because I will be the one who will examine and certify to all the reports made by the treasurer. I will make liquidation report of all the reports that she had made, not just that, but I will connect with the business managers for all the materials. I will collect the receipts about the materials he bought and establish connection with the studentry with the help of the public relations officer. I will do my duty hand in hand with them. That's all. Thank you.
Pamatay yung leg.
Siguro yan, si GATDULA.
Pamatay yung leg ni GATDULA.
First, I know that me and my treasurer have different roles, but our duty is to ensure the transparency and the accountability of our fund and the students. We will ensure you that we will issue a report and my audit to the student council and also for the students, because all the students of CIR deserves to know the financial status of our college. That's all. Thank you.
I believe that we all have the same duty. As vying for the position of auditor, will ensure transparency to all the CIR student body by disclosing the monetary information of the council to our intended recipient, which is the CIR student body, by providing liquidation reports of all the funds and etc. going in and out of the college, and I believe that I am capable of that role. Thank you.
Tula ka talaga.
Second question is, should you get elected, what would be your priority program and what would be your fundraising activities?
If I were elected, again, like what I said a while ago, I will make sure that as your auditor, I will make sure that the accountability and the transparency are important for the student government. In our platforms that we can fundraise is the drop-in funding. Drop-in funding is the plastic bottles that you will drop a plastic bottles into a issue-oriented container, and its purpose is to subsidize the cost of photocopying, so that as an IR student, all of us, it's very important to all of us that we have a photocopy of our lessons, and we raise this platform so that it will be lessen the hassle to the CIR students and for the betterment of all. Thank you.
Partido Independiente ensures that our platforms are all visible. I will ensure to you that these platforms and vision will all be delivered and materialized. Under Initiate, our best platform, I think, is I'm Informed, which it is through this we can have a connection through the SHS students. It will also be an answer to the lessening of population of the College of International Relations. When we assume the office, we already have a sponsor for a television in the IR Square, wherein there we will post about our advertising for the SHS students to apply for the College of International Relations. Aside from that, it will also be an answer for the English JAR campaign, wherein we will recognize the student who conforms to the proper rules and regulations, and we will be posting their names in that. That is under
I think she said that their platform is good, but for the CIR community, it would be beneficial for us to fund it, because at the same time we raise fund and we properly use the 5S that was implemented by the Students Affairs Office. And the drop-in funding is it is beneficial for us all. It is beneficial for all the IR students because the photocopy is vital, because we need this as a reviewer for our exams and for our quizzes. That's all.
Thank you very much. There are candidates for Auditor from College of International Relations. And from Partido Independiente, we have Nadine, Antoinette, Paula, from Partido Kalayaan, we have Stephen, Andre, P. Castro. Both vying for the position of kaya natin lang sa content. Ayan, bigla na tayong microphone, kumabol. Kumabol yung microphone. Okay ito, may blessing ng kampanya. Now let's move on to treasurer. Candidates for treasurer, please come forward.
Go April! April! Parang nila April.
The question will come from COP. May we know who is the presenter? Presenter again is coming from Partido Independiente.
Go April! Sarang eh.
Alright, here's the question. Introduction mo pala. Next item sa mic. Okay, you have 1 minute to introduce yourself. Thank you.
The person who must be a treasurer is a person who is honest, organized, and transparent. And I believe I am her. Hot this summer, just like my name. That is why I, April Rose DIGAS, with a conquerable will and steadfast heart, accepting the full responsibility to be your next hot treasurer. Di gagastusin perang nilaan dahil kay DIGAS paniguradong walang dugas. Under the best banner there is
Partido Independiente!
Hello CIR students, yes you are all my main priority, my main concern, my main inspiration in maintaining the transparent and accountable service that you all deserve. I am Charmaine Sivakumor, vying for the position of treasurer. My blazing aspiration to give you my utmost dedication for the service that you all deserve is now ready and waiting to be served. Once again, I am Charmaine Sivakumor, your one and only main treasurer from the home of top caliber leaders, Partido Kalayaan. Kabataan na kasayari sa bayan.
Thank you. And the question, our presenter is from Partido Independiente, and the question is, what's your take about getting sponsors or selling merchandise to raise funds? What's your take, maybe opinion, about getting sponsors or selling merchandise to raise funds?
we will exhaust our efforts efforts just to get sufficient budget for our projects and plans we have. So how we will go into this? First, by fundraising, we will generate revenues by actually we have this in our platform called iMerch, where we're going to sell useful items such as lanyard with USP. Students will not only benefit from this, but the whole college as well. The funds who will get from this will directly goes to our student councils, projects and activities that we will have. And second, we will gain partnerships and sponsorships from outside linkages, from external linkages from outside our school. This will for students to achieve their maximum satisfaction and to achieve their maximum utility.
I totally agree with the point of my competitor. We should totally generate projects to have fun for the council. However, I believe that there are also other avenues wherein we can develop more funds for the council. Our line-up together with the whole Kalayaan Party ensures that the student council has a concrete budget plan wherein we can utilize the projects or the funds rather well, so that we will be able to use this fund accurately, efficiently, so that we will be able to fund all of our projects equally, so that all of you CRR community, we can serve you the projects that you all deserve without spending too much money, because in our budget plan, we will ensure that we will use all of this fund efficiently. Thank you.
You have 60 seconds to wrap up.
Yes, we must find alternatives to other remedies, but this must be also beneficial to other students, to the students here in CIR.
That's all. Thank you. That's round one for our candidates for treasurer. Now our presenter will come from Partido Kalayaan and a reactor from Partido Independiente. Seems the question is connected to your previous statement. Question is, what are your plans in your budget allocation that you mentioned, with considering the limited budget of the College of International Relations?
Our line-up together with the whole Kalayaan Party, even before we stepped here, we have a concrete budget allocation. We have our platform. These are all detailed and just waiting to be implemented. Considering that the CIR community only has a limited amount of budget, we will ensure that this budget will be utilized efficiently and equally to fund all the projects that needs to be implemented in the college. Furthermore, we will also conduct projects that will help us generate funds in our platforms. We have drop-it fund-it, just like what Mr. Castro had mentioned before. And also, there are also avenues wherein we can generate more funds like seminars, assemblies. If we really want to serve the student council, we will do whatever it takes just to give you the service that you all want.
Thank you. 90 seconds.
I am knowledgeable about the material requisition form, where we can ask materials that our university already have, so we will not purchase some materials in our events and projects. And also, if we need to use our own resources, we are willing to do that just to give you the best quality of projects that student council will have. And as I've said earlier, those are the ways that we can generate more revenues and to get sufficient budget for all those projects. And I believe that proper allocation of funds is important. We must maximize our limited resources.
Well, I highly appreciate appreciate the proposed measurement of my competitor through using our own resources and funding our projects. However, we cannot limit ourselves using only our own resources. We cannot deny the fact that we need other materials, other resources, and we really need to spend to fund our projects. So we should not limit ourselves from using our own personal materials. That is why we should, just what I've said, we should focus on developing projects which will help us have fun to fund all the projects that the Council will implement. Thank you.
That's the end of our 2 rounds for our candidates for treasurer. Again, we have Abel Rose A. DIGAS, Partido Independiente, and Charmaine Jean Kumar from Partido International Relations. Thank you very much, candidates. Now we move to the next candidates vying for the position Secretary of the Student Government. This time, the presenter is from Partido Kalayaan and our reactor is from Partido Independiente. Can you have 1 minute to introduce yourself?
From your Kalayaan PRO, now standing in front to be your Kalayaan Secretary, Kian Kalonge po, your incumbent Public Relations Officer, taking a bolder step to be of greater service to the CAR community. Kinaya ko noon, kikayanin ko ulit ngayon. Again, I am Kian Kalonge, your Kalayaan Secretary at your CAR Kalayaan. May alay sa bayan.
Thank you.
Forgive me for my... Lynbert may boss LUCERO, trusted, experienced, and remarkable auditor, humbly imploring you once more to support me on my journey as your next and unboxable secretary under the best banner there is,
Partido Independiente!
Thank you very much. We are just starting our campaign. But more meron tayong tugtog na patayan ng kampanya. Anyway, the question will be asked by the Editor-in-Chief of the LPU Independent Center.
Good morning. What can you say about the CIR Student Council's response regarding the sexual harassment issue in terms of its content and the time it was released?
Our whole lineup, and together with the Kalayaan Party, strongly condemns sexual harassment. And as an incumbent student officer of the College International Relations Student Government, it is our job to be the voices of the students. And in order for us to do that job, we must first gather the information needed for us to find solutions to the said issue. And I believe that the CIR Student Government did that job, and we were able to release a statement that is both proactive to students and proactive to the admins. Thank you.
You have 90 seconds.
So, I just want to clear that we are against all forms of sexual harassment, whether done implicitly or explicitly. But this case in our college has no exception, and we believe LPU has done its best in order to address that issue and to prosecute the offender and to lend support to the victim. Probably more could have been done, but now the furtherance of justice lies not merely with LPU anymore, considering that the offender has resigned to the institution. That's all.
Thank you, and you have 60 seconds to wrap up your statement.
I totally agree with Ms. Box Lucero, but I believe that she failed to mention the proper process that will be taken, and I believe that our party has the platforms that will enable us to solve issues like this, like having our platform, the Grand Jury, wherein we will be releasing online suggestion forms for them to voice out any comments or issues that are affecting them. And as student leaders, we will be taking actions to those issues that will be raised by the students. Thank you.
Thank you. That's the end of round 1. Now we proceed to round 2.
Being the incumbent auditor of CIR Student Council, can you confidently say that you managed to fulfill your duties? Personally, name one thing you have done for the betterment of CIR during your term.
Can you repeat the question?
Being the incumbent auditor of CIR Student Council, can you confidently say that you managed to fulfill your duties? Personally, name one thing you have done for the betterment of CIR during your term.
I believe that I have efficiently and effectively done my part as the incumbent auditor of the CIR student government. And aside from that, I think I did not limit myself in my position just as an auditor. I personally done paperwork which is which has given me a better familiarity with paperwork and processes that secretary will undertake, and that's why I run this position, because I'm already familiar with its practices. Thank you.
Ruth, take-over ako ng live sa take-over ako ng live.
Being an incumbent public relations officer, I am not only focusing on the duties and responsibilities of a public relations officer. Rather, I believe that I also performed well other duties that are delegated to me, especially handling CVFs and PVFs that is very relevant in handling events or projects. And I believe I can contribute that as well, being your next secretary. Thank you.
So, as your next secretary, I am aware of my powers and responsibilities as the secretary to keep the accurate journal of the proceedings of the meetings of the council and act as the custodian of the records, documents, and papers. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that's the end of our
That as your vice president, I can serve as a balance mechanism in a council where I can complement with the president. It's not just, when I say balance mechanism, it's check and balance, such that instead of just supporting the president in every decision he makes, I can assist him and guide him in making those decisions, and how he also will execute his duties. Second, the Constitution offers a less specific duties of the Vice President compared to the other positions, but I think I should capitalize on that advantage, because I can make my position as a support system for other officers, such that when an officer have already too much on his or her plate, I can assist him and help him accomplish his task. Third, I mean it when I say to you that I am going that the Vice President shall be more than a ceremonial peer. And with all these reasons, I believe that I am the CIR's best choice to Vice Presidency. You mentioned about the weakness of Vice President and that Vice President doesn't have a purpose in student government. So my question is, why did you accept that position if you think that Vice President is a weak position? Because for me, being a Vice President have a big role in the student government. Because together with my lineup, I think the best I can do is to support the whole lineup, not only the President, but from PRO to President. I think it's not allowing us to support the student government. Thank you. With all due respect, Madam Chair, and my fellow CIR student, I didn't mention that the Vice President has the lack of purpose or useless in the council. What I've said is the Vice President is often misconstrued as a person and that confusion is the impetus or driving force to prove to you that the position of Vice President is useless. Also, as a part of my in my rebuttal, I think I'm the presenter and it's my last time, and I think she can rebut on my statement.
Yeah, that's why I'm supposed to move to the next round. You called me attention, I thought we were done, but we apologize for that. So we move now to the second round for Vice President. Next question.
That was kind of confusing. Sorry, everyone. Okay, for the second question, what do you think should be changed or improved in the current council system? Again, what do you think should be changed or improved in the current council system?
First of all, let me commend the incumbent student council for the hard work they've done for this academic year. But as a mere observer, we also know that we have the job to see the points of improvement in the council. In connection to our platforms, innovate, integrate, and initiate, I think what the student council lack right now is innovate. First of all, one of the most contested issue in our college is the English campaign. We agreed, our lineup agreed that we can change, or if not change, improve the English campaign this year by, instead of penalizing those students who do not follow or comply with the rules, we shall incentivize them. We're not saying that we're not going to ask those penalizers to take credit for this non-compliance, but the fund that we're going to get from the violators shall be translated as a fund for the incentives that will be given to the IR students who religiously comply with the English campaign. Also, let me speak in behalf of the other IR students, not just from Independiente, but from Kalayaan. I think we can also improve the One United CIR by making both parties agree to the platform. Even, for instance, we win in the straight my competitor have mentioned is that let me just present to you the concessions of this debate. We all know that both parties, we all agree that the incoming student council have done their job and have done their best, although they've done their job very well despite of many hindrances such as having the event only on Wednesdays. We stand firm with the council on how to deal with such issues. So I also want to reinforce that. I think that's one policy that we must stress on that must be changed for the next academic year, especially given the limited population of the CIR students. So that will be all. Thank you.
And that's the end of our 2 rounds for our candidates for Vice President. Again, from Partido Kalayaan, we have Nina, Green, and Ferreras. And from Partido Independiente, Antoinette, are REYES. Now we will move to candidates for President. Can you test the mic? Wait, good morning to everyone, especially to the CIR community. I am Renzo P. Polanco, mula po sa mga hold-upper na nangarap maging treasurer. Ngayon, ako rin hold-upper. Pero, sa po ng mga kasamahan ko, please be with us to continue the legacy of a united CIR. And this is why it must be a lifelong commitment for both of us to believe in what we can achieve together. Alone, we are strong, but together, we are stronger. I am Renzo P. Polanco, your president who will promise less but deliver more under CIR Kalayaan.
Good day, everyone. I am LUCERO, running for president under the best banner there is, Partido Independiente. I sincerely hope to give me another chance to lead, but this time by initiative, through integration, and for innovation. After all, we only want the greatest good for the College of International Relations. Thank you.
Okay, for this round, the question will come from the college. Representative of the college, Sir Prof. Gil Santos. Who's going to answer?
Either big or small monetary incentive, then they will be encouraged to speak this English language, because we all know the English language is the best tool to be an effective communicator. Because after we graduate, after college, communication is a vital role in landing a good job, and that for me that is the best way to help each IR student for the greater good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So that's the end of our round for the candidates for president. Once again, we have Jomari Carlo Alisero, for Partido Kalayaan. Now let's move to the next stage. Let's may we ask the candidate for SSG. Reactors or presenter is Partido Kalayaan. And the question is, may introduction. Good thing. Sabi ko sa inyo, practice kung round 1. Question 1. Okay, thank you.
Para sa serbisyo, I'm lingkoran, giving you aksyong lingkod for us. Pro-student, pro-lyceum.
last year we have made a significant strides by putting the yellow minority into the LYCESGO. Now it's different. We must repeat what we have achieved. You put me in the LYCESGO and I shall turn your voices into loud echoes. I'm Patrick SARSALEJO, the second CIR LYCESGO representative. Under the best banner there is, Partido Independiente.
First round for LYCESGO representative questions from the Student Affairs Office. Since I'm working closely with the LYCESGO representative, this is the first question. Is the presenter first? The question is, what can you say about student leaders in the College of International Relations who during campaign period are so passionate about serving the college and the studentry despite the pressure in their academics, but ending up slowing down up to abandoning their works once elected in position? I repeat the question. What can you say about the leaders in the College of International Relations who, during campaign period, are so passionate about serving the college and the students, despite the pressure in their academics, but ending up slowing down up to abandoning the works once elected in the position?
Thank you for the question, sir. I do think one of the responsibilities of a student leader is first to handle his time and his efforts in being a student and the leader. We must remember that we became student first before we became leader. So as a student leader, we have to prioritize our studies also, but also we have to manage our time and our responsibilities as student leaders and students of our Lyceum community. So that's what I would like to prioritize as a student leader. Yes. Thank you.
More than words, what we need as to elect an LR is commitment. He is committed. He should run for a position because he wants to serve. At the same time, he is also a student. He must agree and he must continue to live with the example with his fellow students. And with this kind of abandoning the position, I as an LR, I have been consistently trying to foray in the emerge and foray fields that I want to, and we need to strive hard so that these commitments are put into reality and be felt by many. You don't have to accept a position if in the first place you do not see yourself achieving that goal. You do not see yourself being committed in that kind of position. What we need to see in an LR is commitment and with collaborative leadership. For 60 seconds.
I do commend Sir Sarsalejo's comments about yeah. So I would like to tell everyone that I am also committed to the organizations before I even accepted this challenge. I was working inside and outside organizations in LPU. I was part of the NGO and YSDA and also part of the LPU UNESCO. So as a student leader, we have to be committed, and I do commend what you have said that us leaders, we have to practice the commitments as a student and again as a leader. That's all. Thank you.
Let's move on to round 2. Speaking of commitment, so you're the presenter this time, right? And Ria. Speaking of commitment, what do you now recommend? Because of that pressure in your academics, how would you balance your studies and your promise and commitment to serve the students?
Okay. 3 years in Lyceum and 3 years in CIR. I am a typical college boy. I am advancing all my subjects. Second year, I was getting all the 4th year and 3rd year subjects. That's why I know my people. I have personally met them. this kind of task is really crucial and difficult. What I have to promise is that my own is very busy with her schedule, so please bear with me. Can you give me the position? Because by this next year I'll only have 3 subjects, more than last 2 subjects. I would be more committed, more focused on organizing and initiate structure in the license. Thank you. Just 90 seconds.
My competitor has stated that he has a busy schedule in the academics, but he did not state his responsibilities as a student leader. I would like to ask if you have any organizational experiences that could back up your credentials to become the LR, because I know becoming an LR is a big responsibility, and we must know first if we have the capability to become to represent the CIR community. And also, I would like to ask if you can give the assurance that your this schedule, if ever, as a third year student like me, you can handle the studies and leadership. The third is, if your